Hey, it's Dave from Bullpen Cycles, and this is a 1951 Indian Roadmaster Chief, and this is not. This is genuine, and this is an imposter. A 2000 Kawasaki Drifter 800. Let's see how they measure up. So this is a 1951 Indian Chief. They call this the Roadmaster. Some of you old timers are gonna have to clue me in on this because I'm not as familiar with these as I should be. This came from Auto Link's dealership. Now, Auto Link started out, he's from Eastern Pennsylvania. He started out reselling New York State Police Indian motorcycles, refurbishing them and selling them in Pennsylvania, and eventually got a Triumph dealership. Let me show you. Auto Link's Triumph dealership in Coopersburg. It's now Scott Power Sports, and I hear it's under new ownership. I don't know if that includes a name change. Funny thing about these is your throttle is over here, and this should be your ignition timing. Let's see if the distributor turns. Yep, that's how you set your timing. You retard it when you need to kick it over so it doesn't kick back. Now this is a flathead, and this is a 4-valve per cylinder overhead cam. And these cooling fins are fake because it's water cooled, but they did a good job hiding it. This has telescopic forks, which I think came out in 1950. Before that, they had a type of girder or springer, and before that, they had a leaf spring. Now, Auto Link painted all of his Indians this color, the ones that were his personal bikes, because he didn't want his wife to know how many he actually had. So if you're in Pennsylvania and you see that color scheme, you know where the bike came from. Opposite of Harley, this shifts here, hand shift on the right. Harley's shift here, and I think they did that on purpose because they didn't want to be a Harley. Clutch is on the same side, and of course you have to have your shifter on the opposite side of your throttle so that you can give it gas when you put it in gear or downshift. I tried to find the specs on these. I don't know its horsepower rating. I don't know its top speed or its weight. You guys can fill me in on that. So maybe some of you old timers, well, look at that. I'm calling you guys old timers, and look at me. But anyway, can tell me what the top speed on these are. I don't know. Or its horsepower. This is 57 horsepower, and I expect it's lighter than the Indian. I couldn't find a top speed on that either. This suspension here is, well, you have a pogo and you have the plunger frame. This is a monoshock like a Softail. There's no pogo. The seat is rigid mounted there. They made two versions of this, 800 cc's and 1500 cc's. It's actually a different bike. The larger bike has twin shocks and a taller seat. Performance-wise, I'm not certain how this measures up to its larger brother. I understand it's close. And at 57 horsepower, it might be close to that too. These Art Deco style fenders, that was something Indians began in the 40s. I'm looking at those fins. This aftermarket oil cooler. This was Otto's driver. I normally don't bite on these old Indians because I can't tell what's reproduction and what's original. Well, Otto was alive. I remember him in this bike, in the 80s. And they weren't reproducing Indian parts then. So whatever mods he made was either period changes or at least with production Indian parts. I found this in my box of stuff, so maybe I can tell you a bit more. 51. Neither the Arrow or the Scout were offered for 51. So it looks like we had the Chief, the Warrior, and the Warrior TT. It says the general arrangement of the 51 model was identical to that of the 50 model. A couple of minor changes. In 50, front fork was telescopic with black lower legs. Oops. Primary drive cover had a knob for the torque evener. What's a torque evener? Raised aluminum passenger footrests were used instead of lower cast iron footrests. Got me. The generator belt guard was black. Oops. Battery clamps were black. Toolbox had one long mounting bracket with semicircular cutout to accommodate the rear wheel drive speedometer. I guess that's your cutout? Doesn't quite look right. I doubt it would be chrome. Well, oh well. I've not run that yet. I bought it from Scott Power Sports in their showroom, like everything, 8-9 years ago. So we're gonna get that going on another video. But let's check out this Drifter. The Drifter, it's a good bike for short people. 25, 26 inches high. The big brother, the 1500, is a little bit taller. This is a solo seat. As you see, it's mounted rigid. So a dual seat would have a larger frame back here, and they're very hard to find. There was a Kawasaki version of a dual seat. It was kind of plain. This is Corbin. They're very expensive. I like the patina on it. I like the patina on the bags because it gives it that old vintage look. The color is sky blue. I believe there's a contemporaneous Indian color from the same era. Really gives it a vintage look. These are stock pipes. Let's see what it sounds like. Keys off to the side. I always thought that's dumb. I'd much rather have a key so your hands are closer to the handlebars. I guess you're supposed to use the kill switch and not the key. It's just some habit I never got used to because we didn't have a run switch back in the day. Choke is down here under the seat. Sounds like any other Vulcan. You can kind of hear the Loki V-twin. It's chain drive. It's actually pretty simple to work on. Pop 2 bolts, seat comes off, disconnect the fuel line, bolt here, bolt under here, tank comes off. You can get to the plugs, you can get to the valves. I would have preferred a hinged fender, not so much to change the tire, but to clean it. You can't get down there. But the old Indian fender isn't hinged either. Let's see what they gave us for tire size. 510 by 16. I can't tell, I'm assuming that's going to be a 16. 130, 90 by 16. Let's see what it rides like. Got a suction cup ram mount because the 1-inch bars, well, I don't know, whatever they are, they don't fit my normal clamp-on mount. Let's see if this goes. Now, I hate reaching under the seat for a key. That is just so stupid. You can't even see where it is. Okay, so we got a rocker shift, but it's not like the usual Italian European. It's still going to be 1 down, 4 up. Smooth, very smooth. Very comfortable. Front brake could be better. Probably should be bled. We'll do that next. So let's check the suspension. I didn't feel anything. Yeah, front brake is working. Should probably look at the pads. Wonder if you can scrape these floorboards. I bet you could. I bet you could. If you're not careful. There's something beeping at me. I don't know which camera's beeping at me. Hopefully we get some footage. Turn signal's working? Yeah, they work. Horn? Yep. Two, three, no wake, please. Wonder what that means. This mango tree? Yeah, alright. That was an okay circle. That's where we just came out of. So here, we're in first, and we go. 1, 3, I don't know what gear I'm in. I'm not going to go up to 100. Yeah, what the heck. Left turn, Clyde. Let's get another romp. So you got the idea of the roll on. It's got torque. It goes. So what's the verdict? Well, it rides just like any other Japanese cruiser, Honda Shadow, Suzuki, whatever. It's inexpensive, it's reliable, it's pretty easy to keep on the road. It's kind of boring, but this one has the looks. So I say yeah. That's what I say.